Hey everybody! So yesterday was a day of chaos here in the U.S. It all started when the White House announced in the morning that they were gonna put a freeze on all federal loans and grants, and naturally, people's reaction was, like, what the fuck does this mean? Is this going to affect everything, like Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid? Does the White House even have the power to do this? The answer is no, technically. But I didn't really post about it yesterday because there was a lot of back and forth and conflicting information. And the White House is saying one thing, states are saying another thing. So I'm going to try to break it down a little bit and try to come up with a determination on where we're at as of this morning, at least. So here we go. So eventually, after everybody flipped out, the new White House press secretary came out in the afternoon and walked it back a little bit and was like, oh, no, like this doesn't affect Social Security and Medicare. But in her many statements, she never specifically named Medicaid as one of the programs that'll be exempt. She just says that, individuals that receive assistance will be fine. But in her many statements, she never specifically mentions Medicaid. So, some of the media ask her about that. But even that's confusing because she keeps saying individuals will continue to receive payments and assistance or whatever. But some states take in money from the federal government and then they disperse it themselves, or allocate it themselves. So it's just a mess. So we're going to watch a couple of clips here of the press secretary's statements, and then we'll talk about them.
So let me provide the certainty and the clarity that all of you need. This is not a blanket pause on federal assistance and grant programs from the Trump administration. Individual assistance, that includes, I'm not naming everything that's included, but just to give you a few examples, Social Security benefits, Medicare benefits, food stamps, welfare benefits, assistance that is going directly to individuals will not be impacted by this pause. And I want to make that very clear to any Americans who are watching at home who may be a little bit confused about some of the media reporting. This administration, if you are receiving individual assistance from the federal government, you will still continue to receive that. However, it is the responsibility of this president and this administration to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. That is something that President Trump campaigned on. That's why he has launched DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, who is working alongside OMB. And that's why OMB sent out this memo last night, because the president signed an executive order directing OMB to do just this. And the reason for this is to ensure that every penny that is going out the door is not conflicting with the executive orders and actions that this president has taken. So what does this pause mean? It means no more funding for illegal DEI programs. It means no more funding for the Green New scam that has cost American taxpayers tens of billions of dollars. It means no more funding for transgenderism and wokeness across our federal bureaucracy and agencies. No more funding for Green New Deal social engineering policies. Again, people who are receiving individual assistance, you will continue to receive that. And President Trump is looking out for you by issuing this pause because he is being good steward of your taxpayer dollars.
All right. So, that's the new press secretary, by the way, Caroline Leavitt. I looked her up a little bit. She got her start as a Fox News intern. Surprise, surprise. They're trying to backpedal here. It doesn't really mean much to me, though, because I read the original memo, and all of the exemptions that she's talking about are not in the memo. So, and again, she didn't actually say Medicaid. So this next little clip is one of the members of the media asks her about Medicaid specifically, and she doesn't have a definitive answer.
Clarify for a sec what you were saying before on Medicaid. It wasn't clear to me whether you were saying that no Medicaid would be cut off. Obviously, a lot of this goes to states before it goes to individuals and so forth. So are you guaranteeing here that no individual now on Medicaid would see a cutoff because of the pause?
I'll check back on that and get back to you.
So, she didn't have an answer for that one, and it's a pretty important question, man. There's a lot of people that are on Medicaid, so... The good news is, by the end of the day, a federal judge came out and blocked this whole effort, or put a pause on the spending pause until Monday. Obviously the White House can't do this. This is all money that's already been appropriated by Congress. So the White House can't unilaterally just stop federal spending. They have to wait until the next budget comes up. But, these days, as you know, just because the White House can't constitutionally do something doesn't mean that they're not going to try or that they won't do it. I mean, anything's on the table these days. It's crazy. So the Democrats' response yesterday, at least from leadership, was not very strong. They just, I think they said that they're going to have an emergency virtual meeting tomorrow. So today, it's such an emergency that, it can wait till tomorrow. I don't know how this is gonna end up, but that's basically a summary of what happened yesterday. So when more things happen, I will let you know. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.